Hello everyone, it's Christina from Christina's Art Corner. How is everybody doing today? Have a new start to the week, and I thought I would do a coloring update video slash comparison that you all requested of the Neocolor 2s, the LYRA Aquacolor crayons, and the Tim Holtz Distress Watercolor Pencils, and I also put in Stabilo Woodies and then I have a few supplies, and then I'm going to show you what I've colored so far and some progress on some whips. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. First thing that I'm going to do is open up a fun package, which is from Karla Magana's company, White Bat Wax. And I have my little wax warmer here, and I wanted to show you. These are really fun because the discs come out, and look at all of that glitter on there. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, so I can put this one to the side, and we're going to try out some new ones. So let me turn this on. Every now and then she comes out with a new scent. Wax Melt Hot Tips. Blend 2 or more different scents to create your own unique scent story. I have done that before. And then there's a sticker. This one is Café con Muerte. And I'm imagining we're going to smell. Oh yeah. Smells like cappuccino with some caramel in there. Yum, yum, yum. And then this one is Oddities Shop. And look at all the glitter on that one. It's a bit floral and earthy. Smells good. Really good. You can see all of the glitter down there at the bottom. I think I want to put this one in there. But let's see. She always gives freebies. And this one is Rose Hearts Lemonade. This is a flavor scent that I love. And Crystal Jungle is also a really nice one. So they come in the shape of skulls. And I got everything out of there. And it's so nice that they come out like a puck, because I have a Ziploc baggie of all of my discs that I can just take out and reuse, so they last a long time. All right, so let's do this Oddities. I'm gonna do 2. Maybe 4, so I can get a nice size puck. Oh yeah, that smells good. Yeah, I thought that I would share that with you because love to support Karla Magana. And I'm running out of room on my desk to put things because I've disorganized myself once again. So we'll let this sit here and see if we get some meltage by the time I'm done with the video. Okay, next order of business is, okay, I ordered from Amazon this swatch book kit. And I ordered 2 of them, and I thought that's what I would do my swatches for the watercolor crayons. And I went ahead and started, forget I did the opening at the bottom. I went ahead and started. Now this is a shiny, like, plastic. So it wound up not being the greatest paper to swatch on, but it was good enough. The only problem is that when I went to go back to Amazon to link it, 'cause one of the reasons I liked it is because it has the hole in the center, so you could match it up to something, you know, and I thought that was a great idea. The problem is I went back to Amazon after doing the swatches, and it's no longer available. And I searched and I searched and I searched, but could not find anything. So I had wound up swatching all of my Neocolor 2s. And then something else came in the mail which saved me, but I really like this. So what I'm gonna do is take out this paper and put watercolor paper in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and slice some paper up and stick them in here, and I'm going to swatch all my metallic watercolors in here. And I'm probably gonna do it this way because my pans are like this, and so I'll have a better indication on what I've got. I think I remember telling you all that I wound up getting a bunch of freebies from one of the Etsy sellers that I was using quite frequently, who unfortunately isn't making them right now. I don't know if she's going to make them again, sparkling watercolors. And I have quite a few from her, and they weren't named. And I would get mystery boxes, and it would be a bunch of different colors, but they weren't named. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these plasticky cards out and put some watercolor paper in there, and then it has this nice little band, and it's perfect. And then I can use a label maker and label them. So I have 2 of them. One should be enough, but I figured I would show you that idea. It's a shame that they're not offering it. And then this idea came. So Sarah Renee Clark has come out with a new product called Swatch Decks, and it's this box with these in here like this. So it's 24 strips, and it has really good paper in it, 400 GSM, and it has a little clip here that holds them together and fans them out. Now you can buy them in a single pack, or you can buy the 4 and keep getting these boxes and stack them up. So I love the color. I love the turquoise. And yeah, so I saw her video, and it just happened to be the exact time when I was going to be swatching my watercolor crayons pencils. So this was very timely for it to come out during this time. So that's what this is. And I wound up pre-ordering. So I filled one up. And I'm going to show you what it's like. All right, so I started out with my Neocolor 2s and filled it up, and then I got to the anniversary sets, the 50th anniversary. Oops. These sets here, and there's just 3 new colors in each set, so I only swatched the new colors: Pop, Portrait, Pastel, Dark. And then I went on to my LYRA Aquacolor crayons. So that's these. And then I go on to the back. And then go to my Stabilo Woodies, which I have 10 of those. And those are in a box here. It's these here. Now, you can't really get rid of your swatch mark with these. It's more of I use them more for mixed media, like self-journaling and things like that because of this reason. They're very waxy and it's scratchy, but they do have nice colors. So there's 10 of those. And then we go to the Tim Holtz Watercolor Pencils, and I have set 1 through 6. And so I've marked all of those. So it's real nice because you can go, you know, right up to your page, your coloring page, and decide what colors are going to work best. Now the thing that I'm going to show you is, look at the difference between the Neocolor 2s, okay, then we get to the LYRA Aquacolor, and that's these here. They're smaller, they have a smaller set, and then I'm going to flip it, and look how much lighter the pigment is for the Tim Holtz. Now there are some bright colors here. These are Stabilos. I should take this down. But they're really more pastel-y. Now, you can build up the color. Okay? You can build them up. But just look again at the difference. Okay, so I want to show you that difference. All right? And then some notes that I've written down about crayons. Let me just put this back. When you use this, it does distort the paper a little bit. You see how some of them are lifting up? So I just stick it back in this to the end and it closes it really nicely. Okay, so let me just show you. Right, here's the LYRA color. And here's our Neocolor 2s. And then these are all the Tim Holtz colors, okay? And I only took out one of these because it's 3 trays. All right, so while I'm talking about this, let me pull out, I was playing around in the Pop Manga Flights of Fancy by Camilla D'Erico, just to give you a really rough idea. Let me make sure I'm not sticking. Well, it's getting warm and it's smelling great. So I went ahead and tried to use similar colors with the different variety. So these are the Neocolor 2s here. This is LYRA, and this is Tim Holtz and Tim Holtz. And the leaves are LYRA, and this is Neocolor 2s. Now, I wound up picking a salmon pink here, which I probably shouldn't have because it's giving a different tone of pink. But it gives you an idea. Now, Neocolor 2s or any of these, it's always a base for me. I'm never done if I use the Neocolor 2s. If I do a background, then I don't mind because it's not detailed. I don't have to go over it necessarily. Sometimes do. But anytime I'm doing foreground area with Neocolor 2s, or the Tim Holtz, or the LYRA Aquacolors, then I'm going to wind up using pencil over. And I didn't want to do that to distort your view. But this Tim Holtz one turned out really bright. I did use 2 coats. Sorry, did I say Tim Holtz? Yeah. And the LYRA too. To be honest, they're all nice, but you have a difference in price, sets, and open stock. So let's talk about that. So on the Caran Dash Neocolor 2s, you get an 84, you can get up to an 84 set plus. Okay, so now they have the 50th anniversary selection and they have some metallics. If you get the 84 set on Amazon now, this is US, it's $217.88, which gives it each one of these being $2.58. How I acquired mine is I got the 40 set, and then I did open stock with Blick for the rest. And every couple months I would just buy a few colors and wound up with the full set. And then of course I bought the special edition because I also like to collect these kinds of things, and I do have duplicates. They give you 7 duplicate colors and then 3 special edition. I hope one day they will put the special edition colors up so that we can purchase them. By we, I mean everyone else, since I have them. And then as far as the LYRA, let me take my black acrylic guangna. The LYRA Aquacolor crayons on Amazon, there's a 48 set that's as big as it comes. There's no open stock that I could find. It's $58.83 and then $1.23 per crayon. Now you get a pretty good range with the 48 colors. But it's twice less than the what you can get with the Caran Dash. And then the Tim Holtz Distress Watercolor Pencils. you can get 75 total, which is 6 sets. And I think each one of these is about 17 to 19, 17 maybe to $21 on Amazon. But if you buy all of them, the set is $109.58, which makes it $1.46. So you get 75 versus 48, and it's $1.46. So a few cents each difference on there. It's open stock on Tim Holtz website. So something you could do is you could get one of the sets. And I don't have a preference on what set is better, to be honest. They're all curated. Like, I wouldn't go for this one because it doesn't have a yellow per se. And this one is good. See, some will have a brown and not a gray. This one's a pretty good one. Set 5. There's no purple. Oh no, the milled lavender, but it's more like a pink. And then this one here is set 6. It's pretty good, but it doesn't have a nice yellow. So I would say set 1 is a pretty good one to go by. And then you can go open stock through Tim Holtz website, and you can purchase the colors you enjoy. Also, one of the benefits of these, let me turn it over so you can see, of the Distress Watercolor Pencils is that they match the Distress ink line of colors. So if you buy those inks, you would have matching colors. You see the names are probably ones that you're familiar with, like Tumble Glass, Tattered Rose, Frayed Burlap, Hickory Smoke. Yeah, all of those wind up being an ink form. My suggestion, if you want my honest suggestion, if you love Tim Holtz products and you were a scrapbooker before, you may like the watercolor pencils, just because it will be something that matches your inks and whatnot. The sprays, they are nice colors, but like I mentioned, with those I tend to do multiple layers. Let me go to the back here. Now this was one swatch. This was taking the crayon one time and then going ahead and using the water. You can build up the color if you want, but this is one coat. Whereas with the Neocolor 2s, I didn't have to do that. Okay. So I think the pigment is stronger, and being that it's Caran, I mean, we would probably expect that. I do love the LYRA Aquacolors, but you just get the 48 set. And price-wise, per crayon, it's $1.23. It makes the most sense, but it's the smallest set other than the Stabilos, which I'm not even going to suggest because I really don't think it's a coloring book tool that's good for what we do. My personal opinion on quality pigment payoff is to go with the Caran Neocolor 2s. And I'm very happy with their quality, and I can do two coats on these too, but I generally don't have to, and I like that about these, that I don't have to. You can get lighter colors with this and then build, so that's nice. Also, it depends on, do you like these tins? Like, is this something as far as storage that you would enjoy? I have a tendency to want to put them in color order, like have yellows and oranges and reds and pinks and greens and blues and purples and browns. Like, I had a hard time swatching them by set because I really would have rather done it by color, but using the swatch decks, you can see, for instance, your yellows, yellow, greeny yellow, a warmer yellow. Crushed olive is more of a kind of a yellow greeny. Squeezed lemonade is a yellow. And then brushed corduroy, that's more of a light brown. But yeah, so it's very nice to have the swatch decks to be able to see all of your colors this way. So yeah, I just personally think you could start off right away, open stock on Blick, to get the Neocolor 2s, or you could get a smaller set and build upon that. I do like the others. I don't need all of these because I have a YouTube channel. I did wind up wanting to try different supplies to kind of bring them to you and see how I thought about them. I enjoy using them all. But if I were to suggest to someone about a water-soluble crayon that works with very little effort, I would use these. And that's no shade on the other two. That's just my opinion. I enjoy the color selection, and I use them on a lot of pages as a base or on the background, and I just have a lot of fun with them. But I also enjoy these, and there's a nice you know, there's kind of colors here that aren't in other ones. So I've got a real broad base of colors to use, and I thought I would go ahead and swatch some of them that I use on the Pop Manga page just because I have them out. And maybe lets you make a determination on what you see. By the way, these boxes are awesome. I think I got this on Amazon too. It has 2 layers. See, it opens in the back, front, and what I do is I can put a book. Let's take that jewel. I can put a book in there and then have my supplies, and then move that to the bedroom if I want. I can't always color at my desk because I get aches. Okay, so Neocolor 2s. Let's swatch what I've got here. All right, so I have the yellow green. Now this is watercolor paper with a rough, it's rough paper, but you saw it on a coloring page, so I should have put this green over there. Okay, these are the Neocolor 2s. And then the LYRA, we have I was going to name out the colors, but honestly for this it doesn't matter. LYRA Aquacolors. And then we're going to do these woodless pencils. Okay, now let's take some water and activate. One of my favorite water brushes is from Molotow. Very beautiful. Takes a little more effort to get rid of the lines with the LYRA color on this paper. Oh, it's kind of true of the Neocolor twos. I see some lines. There you go. Okay. All things treated equally. Let me give you a close-up of what they look like. So you don't have a whole lot of difference. The only thing that I'll say is on the LYRA, it looked like it had a little, LYRA and Tim Holtz had a little more scratchiness than the Neocolor 2s. But again, this is rough paper. Let me see if I have any smooth paper. Yeah, generally I prefer the rough paper, so that's why I have so much of it. Just for my own use. But yeah, they're all nice, really. I don't think you can really go wrong. The other way that I use them, which is a little more messy, is to get them wet on the tips. Let me get another towel. Let's fill it up. Okay. This is also a way to avoid having to work around the scratchiness of any of these, no matter what brand. So you can see you get a smoother result by using all of them this way. These Tim Holtz one, they wind up getting runny all the way down the pencil, so you got to be making sure that you are able to put them on like a towel to dry them off, because they wind up bleeding into this here. Okay. There you go. So you really can't go wrong, whatever you choose. It just depends on your price point and your preference. But you know, they're all nice. They're equal in many regards. I just have used the Neocolor 2s the longest, and I just find that I have better luck when I use crayon to paper in a background with the Neocolor 2s than the others. That's not to say that they're not okay. I just think the Neocolors are a heads up, you know, up the ladder a little bit. And we would expect Caran Dash to be that way, so I don't think that's a surprise to you. So yeah, I hope that gives you a little information. I know some of you were just wondering what you should spend your money on as far as these crayons go. And again, organization system, cost, and pigment, and open stock. So you have opened LYRA. Aquacolor does not have open stock. The other two do. And Blick does have some good sales. So yeah, and as far as the swatch decks, let me know what you think about this idea of Sarah Renee Clark's. Because what's nice is you could take a color cube. Okay, so you can take a color cube. For instance, this is $3.84, and you can match them up. Let me do my proper fan. See, you can look this way and figure out your colors. This is from the Pop collection, the 50th anniversary. This is also from the 50th anniversary. Let's pick some that are not. And again, if you use more water, you can make them lighter. So yeah, it's really easy to do. Got our cream colors here. And then let's look for our blues. And then green. And the pinks. There's our pink ones. Goes into purple. So yeah, it'd be fun to do your color matching this way. I was just finding that having a huge book of swatches was cumbersome. And when she came out with these swatch decks, I thought that's really the only criticism I might have is that she only put lines on the front. Right? You see how they're lined? But on the back, they're not. I could have put the lines in, but didn't want to. These are the Stabilos. You see the scratchiness? So I didn't really need the lines, but it would have been nice to have them on both sides. And then I have a little room to spare on the end. And there winds up being, let's see, I have 84 plus 50. Well, no, 15. 84 plus 15 plus 520. So 20 plus 84. And then the 48 set is swatched, 75 is swatched, and 10. So I got that many in here. So that's fab. Okay. Done with all of that. And you'll see that our wax melt is doing very nicely. And it's smelling so good. Oh my gosh. Love it. And it's so nice to have It's so nice to have a... She puts the glitter in there. It's just fun. I'm a sucker for glitter, y'all. The other good thing about this swatch text is it's easy to store. It doesn't take up a lot of space. And again, you can label them if you want. Okay. Next. I purchased... This is a repurchase of the Micron Graphic Brush Archival ink by Sakura. I was needing some of replacements. I have these here. I only have the tiny one. Yeah, I only have the tiny one left. I ran out of, I've had these for like 5 years and just ran out. So I went ahead and repurchased those. I don't think I need to take them out, but they are great for drawing and details and writing. I also got a new set of wax papers to go in between my sheets, my coloring pages. Where's the opening on this thing? I can put it in my previous package. Yeah, put a hole in there. And look how cute these are. So cute and fun. So you all know that I have the watermelons, and now I have donuts. Okay, next I got Mysterious Faces by Kevin Teo Art. I saw on Instagram someone post, I'll show you, it's a grayscale coloring book. Here's all of the icons. Let me give you a quick flip. I saw someone post this page and I was like, I have got to have that book. Where did it come from? Her name is Candace. I thought they were really cute portraits. Really fun. This is really cool. Cool concepts. It's hard to go wrong with Kevin Teo. It's a really, really cute book. Very fun. So yeah, that's Mysterious Faces. I got that from Amazon. And I wound up getting a Color Me Christmas for Kids for July. It's 30 festive coloring pages. I think there is like an adult version also. Oops, I can put my scissors away. Oh, there goes Shmoo. Must be the mailman. Look how cute. How adorable. So that is Color Me Christmas for Kids. I also wound up getting, let's see here, 3 new Posca pens. Is it this one? Maybe. Anyway, it was a bunch of 3 and I wound up needing one on one of my pages, so I took it out. And that's the black. Yeah, so I needed refills on my Posca pens, and you get 3 different sizes, and it's the 0.7 millimeter nib, and then I think it has a 1. Yeah, 1 millimeter. So I needed those. Now I can put those there for good use. And then I also got sent a new book from Monica Carlos. She very nicely sent me her new book. And I figured we would open it together. I thought this was a cute food coloring book, maybe to color and turn into stickers. Thank you, Monica. Oh, Food Pals. Cute. Hi, Christina. Thank you for letting me share a little piece of my heart with you. I miss Hucky every day. Hope you like it and it brings happiness to your day. Monica. Thank you. Aw. It's for doggy. Made this one with my wide tape and parchment paper. Let me know which method you like better. Oh, look how cute. Look how cute that sticker is. How fun. Oh, she's offering to make me my own. That's really sweet. Oh, and then papers. Look at these beautiful notes. Oh, that was sweet. Thank you, Monica. So let's go through Hucky's Toe Ventures. Oh, another. The missing are, I can't believe it, the robot is the one in the book. The rabbit is the bonus because I thought it was cute with its radish. Oh, how sweet. Bonus pages. Happy coloring. Yeah, this is dedicated to her dog, Huck. She created it while mourning the loss of her fur baby. Yeah, I can definitely understand that. Hucky's Toe Ventures coloring belongs to. Oh, this is sweet. Oh. Aww. These are so cute. You know, we lost 2 dogs in the last year, so that's very touching. Very cute. Oh. Swinging on the swing set. Skateboarding. Oh, this one is cute too. Bless. It's an angel now. Oh, thank you so much, Monica, for all of the goodies. I appreciate it so much. And for this, Food Pals. She said I color it and make it into stickers. Oh, that's fun. I never knew I enjoyed coloring food until I show you the next one. The next thing to show you. Thank you again, Monica, if you're watching. I appreciate you so much, and I'm so sorry you lost your fur baby. I know how much that hurts. So let's show you what I've been up to. All right. Legendary Worlds. This is by Wojtek Radomski and Carrie Wong. And I worked on this page. And I'm going to move it over like this so you can see. There we go. Don't want to get the paper in the wax warmer. So I used Artex acrylic markers. You saw I was working on this before with you all. I used Languo gel pens on the cloud area and some within here, especially for the sprinkles. And Neocolor 2s I used here, and also used the LYRA aquarels, so you see I combined them. And Ohuhu glitter gel pen on the pots, and the Transon black acrylic marker. This is one of my favorite acrylic markers. I keep showing it. They're on Amazon. It's Transon dual tip. You have a daughter on one end, you have a brush nib on the other, and that's these fudge swirls. And then I used Tule Art acrylic pens, mainly in the fluorescence. So I put a little fluorescent pop on the oranges, and then some of the sprinkles as well. Also some of the icings on the cakes and ice creams. And Posca. I used some Posca for the tops of the cupcakes. And then I also used polychromo pencils. This was such a fun page. I never knew that I loved to do food. I've always shied away from it, and this was a surprise. But I thought this page was so cute. I wound up using the fluorescent Tule Art for the stars in the grass. Yeah, I think it turned out really, it's one of my favorite pages. And it's funny because I do come from a more painterly background, and I was able to use that on this page, and I think that's why I love it. Because I definitely enjoy if I can paint, whether it's watercolor, acrylic in a page, I'm loving it. And then I just used some polychromos to give some shading in areas along the grass. Used polychromos for the strawberries. So yeah, this was tons and tons of fun to do. And for the orange slices, I wound up using several different colors to kind of get the look of an orange slice inside an orange. But I'll try to show you up a little closer so you can also see the glitters. And the spoons are in silver. I love how the clouds turned out. So yeah, that is my first page done in Legendary Worlds Adult Coloring. And the thing that I was gonna mention too, on these Neocolor 2s, see for the background, and the LYRA Aquarelle, I did not need to pencil shade. And same with the background areas too. So when I do foreground areas, I do. So that's Legendary Worlds. Since I'm showing you a couple of completed pages, I'm not gonna, I may not do a completed pages this month. I may do other videos instead. So I've posted these to my Instagram too. The first picture I posted of the previous page that I did, it wound up kind of dulling out the colors because the lighting in my room sometimes is off when it's cloudy. And so I had to repost it, retake a picture and repost it. So the next one is Mythographic Dragon Spell by Joseph Kattenbang. And I did this page. Get you up close here so you can see. There's glitter on the fish and inside the phone booth and in the coral. So I used Ohuhu, CaliArt, Artex, and Copic markers as a base. And then I used Polychromos and Black Widows for pencils, and you saw me working on the dragon. And then gel pens and Posca. Then I used some silver Jelly Roll, and then Posca for the bubbles. And there's gel pens in the coral and of course in the sand. And yeah, I really like how this page turned out. It took me a while, but I got there. I am pleased with the result. So that's my first page done in Dragon Spell. And I think, let's see here. I should probably pick another page to do. Look at that alcohol marker. Oh, I love this one. I love all the pages in here, so it's going to be tough to choose. The only thing that I'm not completely fond of is when there's a lot of treasure. Don't necessarily love to do treasure. This one's really cool. This one's pretty awesome too. This is neat. I think this might be a contender. I really want to do this one, but what happened here? Oh. I really do want to do this one. There shouldn't be anything that stops me from doing it, but I just want to, it's my favorite page in here. This is going to be a good one for October. Yeah, I love this book. I know quite a few people on the Dragon Spell group Buddy Color, I think they're doing this one. I do love that one too. But I think I really want to do this one. Yeah. Okay, so that is Mythographic Dragon Spell. And I've been working in Godjewel. Don't forget I have a hashtag Godjewel all year. So if you finish any pages in here, post it and tag me. I'd love to see your pictures and trying to support Hanna by having a hashtag all year for her Christmas book. I know many of you will have the Merry Christmas English version, so that's cool. So I've been working on this one where I have the Gansai Tambi Granulating Cosmic Red, and then I used a rose stencil with a baby wipe to kind of pull back some of the red and expose some of the undertones. And then I'm using these pencils here. There's the other Posca. I knew I had it somewhere. These are the Artex pencils I'm using for this. So I have the pastel blue, the Copenhagen blue, indigo blue is my darkest, and then I have light cerulean blue, and then I have a black, I have a red in case there are any places where I need to kind of shore up some, because when I did this I did not mask off anything, I just did it blindly. So like I can tell right here that I need to get that. Yeah, so that's basically what I'm using the red for. And this is crimson red. So yeah, I like how this is. Oh, I wound up getting a little bit. Maybe not. Maybe that was just there from paint. Yeah, I'm loving these pencils, by the way, over the Gansai Tambi Granulating watercolors. I'm really enjoying that quite a bit. Oh, and something I wanted to do is I wanted to make this gold. So let's use an Ohuhu marker. Okay, let's just go ahead and do it together. Now I'll probably wind up putting like 3 coats on to get rid of the lines. I just want to balance out the gold that I have here with some gold on top along with silver. Sometimes I go ahead and give it a nudge to get a larger amount of the liquid out. Like I said, since I didn't use masking fluid, I'll have to go over these areas a couple times to kind of get rid of the red hue. Go back to the beginning. This is something else that I buy replacements for, are my Ohuhu glitter markers. They are one of my favorites. I should do a favorites video. I think I've asked you all before. But I also asked, like I gave you choices on a video that you wanted to see, and it was my favorites or to do a color along. And you all wanted the color along. This was months ago. And my top 10 favorites, supplies and books, was very close to winning. So yeah, if you'd still like that, let me know in the comments. Yeah, and I'll let that dry, but that's how it's going. I think I might change these silver dots into gold ones, because I don't know. What do you think? I don't know how to feel about it. But yeah, that's what I'm using. And then I also use the Spectrum Noir flip marker for the silver areas. And I think this page will turn out cool once I'm finished with it. I thought about going back in with the granulating to kind of pull back some red and then redo the blotting, because this kind of got a little maybe lighter than I wanted. Plus I want the rose to be visible like it is here and here. But yeah, we'll see. I'm having fun with it. But I didn't stop there. Let me... Oh. That was kind of silly of me. Okay. Alright. I also started a couple other pages. So for these two, I did Distress ink, teardrop inks, which were, I think, from Temu a couple years ago, and with a layer of watered down gesso, and then I sandpapered the page. So I had a lot of color on here before, and I didn't much care for how it turned out. And so it's funny because it's so smooth. But yeah, I used gesso over top, and so I can use anything now. I did lighten up all of this line work by using the gesso and then also sandpapering. So we'll see. I'll see if I start this month or next month. And then I went really bold on the next page, and I am going to use some like pastel-y, I think, colors on both pages just to kind of keep it uniform. And then I have this big bright, okay, so on this page, big bright page, this page there was flowers, there was a border, there was all kinds of snowflakes, and I just obliterated it out of frustration, to be honest. And so I mixed the Folk Art matte acrylic and cobalt blue together, and that's what I got here. And it's super bright and shiny because it's a metallic. And so I'm gonna do I think I'm just gonna do all blue theme, and then I'm going to maybe hints of purple, and then I'm gonna do something else to the background. I know I'll probably do white splatters for snowflakes. Maybe I could even use a stencil on this one and do something. Haven't completely decided on that one yet. So yeah, I just want to get some pages done in this book. As I started the hashtag around the time my dad passed, so just before, so I didn't really get a chance to start getting in this book, but I am enjoying what I'm doing so far. So that updates you on God Jewel. In Drum and Vanger, I have a Buddy Color with Bubble of Coloring and Diane Dreams in Color, and this is by Thomas Loftomic. And we're doing a double page spread. And, oh, okay. So I wound up using, I'll give you a quick shot. I wound up using QOR, Watercolor, and Rosa Gallery watercolor together. I'll show you. It's these two. So these are the QOR. Has really, really pretty colors. And then I use my Rosa Gallery. This is a set I suggest for anyone if you want to get started in watercolor. This is a good set to do. So I used those two. I mixed the two. And the background, you know, looked nice. I was going to go for kind of a galaxy, not totally, a galaxy-like background, and then do funky colors for the rooster. Let me just show you up closer. And now I've got to remember what pencils. I think it's polychromos that I'm using on my pencil work there for the leaves. I have it in a box somewhere. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in this line here. These polychromos. So I have my dark phthalo green, permanent green, and permanent green olive for the leaves, and what else? I'm using these for the feathers so far. Yeah, these here. And there's a purple. The red is from a different project. I can put that away. And then also I have a pine green in there too. So. I wound up I used some Posca, you know, to get some cloud formation back. And I wound up using some acrylic on the grapes, but I'll have to do pencil over, and it's really rough, the acrylic. Because I put so much watercolor on the page, here's the other page, and it's nice that this is already done because I don't have to worry about bleed through, because this has already got Neocolor 2s in the background, of course, as a base, and then also I sprayed this with workable fixative, so I knew that I could go heavy. I also used salt. That's how I got these cool formations. Anyway, I did have a vision, but the vision isn't exactly going the way that I wanted, and so I need to work on it. I've got quite a bit to go. I'll be making the basket brown, of course. So it's almost like I went from a fantasy theme to kind of then incorporating some realism, and I think that's probably why I'm not thrilled about it, but I will fix it. I will definitely fix it. And I could use a fixative over it now, but I don't know, kind of eats up the pencil sometimes too when you do that. But that's what it's looking like so far. It's in a hot mess stage, but it'll get there. I'm going to use lots of different bright colors here, and hoping like the blues and the purples and the greens will all match and be some turquoises and stuff. So yeah, that's my double page Dramenwanger, and we were going to try to have this done for July, but I think at least Diane Dreams in Color and I think we might need longer, and we shall see. But that is my whip in Dramenwanger. I hope you all are enjoying this video. I just wanted to do, like, we're in the room together and we're going through some books and we're just enjoying ourselves. I worked a little more in Jugun by Holly Sanders. So I've got a little more done on this page here. And I'll be finishing this one up for July, I'm pretty sure. But like I said, I think what I'm going to do is accumulate a few pages at a time, like when I'm finished with them. And rather than just do one video at the end of the month, I'll include it with other things that, like whips that I'm doing, any little haul items, because I don't have a ton of haul stuff that I do anymore, because I've basically got what I want or need and even more. So yeah, that's in this book here. And I'm trying to think what else. I am going to go ahead and do this page here. I'm doing a black background. I'll show you this Transon marker, how nice it is if I can get the hair off of my finger. I just cut my hair yesterday. I cut 7 inches off, you guys. Yeah. It always gets me in the summer. I get so hot. And then by fall, I'm like, where's my hair? I might dye it rose gold. What do you all think about that? Well, I ordered the stuff, so it's likely to happen. When it does, I'll take a picture and show you all. Well, if it turns out. If it doesn't turn out, you might not be seeing it. By the way, let's just appreciate the goodness that is this Karla Magana glittery, beautiful. It's hot, so I have to be careful. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Oh, it's beautiful. Maybe if I go out a little bit, you can see it. Yeah, okay. And we can work that top here on this acrylic. It smells so good, earthy and floral. I like to have a nice scent while I'm coloring. It's very hard to distinguish on this page what is background and what is not. But I'll use my mediums that I just gave you a personal review on. I'll keep moving forward with the flowers. And then I'll do pencils on top. Okay. Anyway, this has very good coverage, the black. You see it's a nice black. And I can't wait to color the bees. Let me move the wax because I'm afraid. But if you do want to purchase anything and support Karla Magana besides her coloring books, definitely go to her White Backs website. I'll leave it in the description, and that will be fun for you if you like scenty things, smell good stuff. What am I doing? No, I'm not gonna write it. I'll remember. I really do. It's funny. I really do. I think this is my favorite one so far. Anyway, I think that's probably it for any updates and things that I'm working on. I'm pretty sure. I still have my Lulu's House of Wonder where I did the yellow undertone that I've got to go in and do. So yeah, it's in hot mess stage right now, but it'll look nice when it's finished. So a few things to work on left in July. I also have a couple buddy colors to finish up. And yeah, and I'm keeping all of my books next to me. Normally I keep them on a shelf, and I'm just finding I need my supplies like next to me so that I can easily pull off the shelf and get things done. Otherwise they don't get done. Okay, well, I think I've shared everything that I can. I hope I wasn't too confusing on the mediums, the watercolor crayons. I don't think you can go wrong with any of them. It's just, like I said, budget and whether or not you want to have something open stock. And all of them are quite nice to work with, except for the Stabilo 10 set, and that wouldn't be enough colors really, to be honest. And they're quite scratchy. I like to use them in my art journal. They're fun to make markings. You wet it and then make markings. So, well, I hope you all have a good rest of your week. I hope you enjoyed this video. My main purpose is hopefully you have this on your TV or whatever, and you're coloring or, you know, relaxing, and we're just spending time together. So I hope you all do have a great week and a wonderful day, and happy coloring to everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.